Hi guys. Basically, before I even say anything else, you should know that I'm really ill and I've got the flu and my voice is all funny and weird and I look like shit, as you can see. And I debated for a while whether I was gonna do this video or not. Um because I absolutely hate how I look right now because it's just ridiculously bad. Um, let alone the fact that I don't like people seeing me without makeup anyway. But a couple of people tell me I look okay when I don't have makeup on, so I figured, it's just messy hair basically then. I might put it up like halfway through the video, so just ignore me if I do that. I don't really have a topic for today's video, simply because I was at work for a very long time yesterday, because it was our staff meeting, which we have once a month. And then obviously today I'm ill. Not that it's, even a considerable amount into the day. I mean, it's only 10:30 at the minute, but I've been up for hours. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna randomly talk about some stuff that's on my mind right now. I'm doing really good at work, I hope. I say that I am because I get good feedback. But today I'm quite happy because I've been playing around with Keynote for Mac. For anyone that isn't aware of this, I'm a Mac user, and the office I work in is entirely Mac based as well. And even though I'm only an admin assistant at the minute, I spoke to my boss yesterday and he said that in the future he can imagine me doing presentations on Keynote for the company as well. So I downloaded the program yesterday and I've been playing about with it this morning, and I have to say it's really good. I mean, compared to PowerPoint, which I used zonks and zonks ago, it's just really great. So there's me giving you a bit of a promo Keynote. So if you got a Mac, I thoroughly recommend it if you don't have it already. I know that you might not find it useful if you don't do presentations or anything, but it's a cute little program to play about with, even if you've got something that you want to do for someone's birthday or a slideshow for any event, a baby shower, a wedding, an engagement party. Sorry, I am so ill right now. But yeah, so that's a really good program you can play about with. I guess this morning as well, the only other thing I've kind of been thinking about is the concept of being ill and people that don't go to work when they're ill and shit like that, because it's rolling off the top of my head through the situation I'm being in. Basically, it really does my head in when people don't go to work when they're ill. And I know that sounds like a stupid thing to say, but I feel like I've kind of almost been brought up that way. My mum's really, really, like, she can't go a day without bloody doing something. My mum had carpal tunnel syndrome in her hand, and she was told that she wasn't allowed to do anything. She was off work for like 6 weeks because they have really invasive surgery right in your palm, which you can imagine is horrific pain. That's where all your nerves are and stuff. But anyway, she had the surgery and she had her hand in like a slingy thing. They said, don't do any work, you're not allowed to do anything. And she just wouldn't sit down. And me and my stepdad were running around like, don't do any bloody cleaning, we're going to do all that, and you just need to sit down and we'll look after you. And it did end up at the end that she bust her stitches open hoovering. So yeah, I kind of come from that kind of family where we can't just sit on our asses and do anything, even if we look like this. So yeah, that's just kind of been going around my brain. But I know a lot of people, you have to excuse me because I need tissue right now. But I know a lot of people who they'll post all over Facebook and Twitter, and they're like, oh, I'm not going into work today, you know, I was sick this morning, or, you know, I've got a bit of a headache, my tummy feels weird, I can't get off the toilet. And I'm telling you something right now. I look like this and I sound like this, and I have sneezed about 50 million times this morning, and I've literally gone through a box of tissues. And I am going into work tomorrow. And it's this thing that I've got in my head where I don't care if I go into work. My journey to work is like 40 minutes, by the way. I don't care if I spend 40 minutes getting into work for my boss to turn around and say, look at you, go home. I'm going into work because it shows dedication. And people who just don't go in really do my head in. It's like, oh, I've got a bit of a tummy upset. Ugh. And I understand that sometimes that is a serious issue. I've been off work plenty of times. And let me tell you as well, I used to be one of those people. I did, because I did not like working in a couple of the places that I've worked. Not because of the people that were there or anything, just because I was lazy and I was, you know, I'd get a bit icky feeling in the morning. I'd be like, oh, fuck this, I'm not going in, no one needs me. That's what it felt like, because I didn't feel like I was an integral part of the working process. And that's a bit different now that I'm in an office, because there's stuff that needs to get done. My manager is off, so I'm doing stuff that needs to get done, and if I'm not in, it's going to affect the company, basically. We're not going to get our money and stuff like that. So I have to go in. And it's really important that you feel like that in your employment. I think it's an integral part of success, is that you feel needed and wanted. The same as in a relationship, for example. You wouldn't be in a relationship if you didn't have a partner who was willing to give you a cuddle every day and tell you how much you meant to them. You wouldn't be in it, because it just wouldn't be worth it. They wouldn't be showing you that they cared. I feel the same way about my employment, but luckily I've landed on my feet and I get lots of encouragement at work. So, ill or not, I'll be going in. But yeah, it's been one of those things that's just been on my mind this morning. I mean, my boyfriend's the same kind of person as well. He'll be in work rain or shine, and his commute's even longer. He takes like an hour and a half to get to work. And that is to work. That's not total to and from. That's to work. But he'll still go in. I mean, he was feeling a bit shitty today. Not as bad as I'm feeling, but he was in work. And the only thing that ever stops him from being is migraines, because he suffers from really, really, really severe migraines where I literally don't see him if he's got a migraine, because he has to go and do his own thing, as in go and lie in a dark room and sleep the whole day with every light off, no noise whatsoever. It just has to be like that. And that's I really need to blow my nose. Jesus, lucky you can't catch these kind of things through a computer, I swear. So yeah. But I really get fucking pissed off when I see people at social networking sites and they're like, oh, I was sick this morning, I'm not going into work. And I'm like, fuck you. Fuck you. I go to work and I'm sick in the toilet sometimes, and I don't even care, you know? If you've eaten something, you've got like one little bout of vomiting, that's not exactly a big deal. Go into the toilet, be sick, get it out of your system, and then go back to fucking work. I mean, seriously, if you are sick and you're only off work for one day, you're not sick. Because you don't get sick for one day. If you've got something, you've got something. If you've got a stomach bug, you're off for like 3 days to a week. If you've got the flu, you're off for like 3 days to a week or more. You know? I mean, I remember when I had swine flu. Yes, I had swine flu. Yay. And like, it was awful, as in it was the worst feeling that I'd ever had in the world. Luckily I didn't have work to go to because I was unemployed at the time, because I was it was on my break from uni. I actually got it in the summer, um, and so I didn't have a job to go to. But it was one of those things where I still got up and did stuff. I still got up and like went into bloody town. I mean, my mum was working so hard at that point that she actually didn't have time to like go and collect my medicine in the hours like the pharmacy was open and stuff like that, and I had to go and get it myself and whatnot. And so it's just one of those things where you just get on with it, don't you? I mean, it's probably one of those things as well where I feel like I've got stuff to do for other people. So, you know, some people don't feel a sense of responsibility in the same way, but I need to get up in the mornings because I've got a puppy. And I know that sounds ridiculous, and I know like millions and millions of people have dogs. But when you have a dog that has such severe allergies that he is tearing himself to pieces, and I literally mean that because at the minute, for example, he has got a massive gash really deep right in the centre of his forehead. He's cut himself so close to his eye, it's unreal, and that's bleeding. And he's got a big scab right behind his neck, and all over his body is just red. And you just need to stop them doing that. You just need to. And he's got a vet's appointment, and he's gonna need to go to his vet's appointment. And I'm gonna get up and go to his freaking vet's appointment because he needs me to take him to his vet's appointment. He needs his medicine. That's the end of it. And I've got an elderly grandmother, and sorry, I'm gonna sneeze. I've got an elderly grandmother, and she needs taking care of. She's got severe rheumatoid arthritis, and it's all in her hands and her shoulders and her legs and stuff. And I get paid support allowance basically for going and taking care of her like 2 days a week. So I need to go and do that. I need to, because you know, otherwise she doesn't get her housework done. She doesn't get her vegetables chopped. She doesn't get her cat's litter boxes, you know, taken away or whatever. So yeah, I've just bloody gone on about so many random things right now. I don't even know. 12 minutes 42 apparently. Okay, so I guess I should wrap this up because I'm just rambling on and I'm just so ill, and yeah, and I look like shy and stuff. So yeah, probably don't watch this video. If you see this video, probably don't watch it. I mean, don't tell anyone else to watch it because it's just shite. But I didn't want to feel like, again, on the subject of this, I didn't want to feel like I was abandoning something that I do because I'm ill. So that's pretty much the point. I hope you haven't felt too offended by my horrible face and hair. And yeah, sorry that I sneezed in your face practically at one point. And I'll see you on Tuesday, probably next Tuesday, unless I get a time where my boyfriend's at the house, because I don't really do this when he's in. So I'll see you later. Bye.